What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel and back out to the garage to start another one off. I've got an unboxing of another one of these little pocket rockets, the Arrma Mohave Grom BLX 223S. Now this one's going to be very similar to the little Typhon Grom 223S I just unboxed not too long ago. It's basically the upgrade to the 223S version of this Mohave Grom. As you can see, it's got the standard upgrades like the other one did, the Typhon. It's got a lot of metal stuff added on, and then of course the 223S brushless system with that DSC, the dynamic stability control. But let's get it unboxed and see what we got here. Ooh, that looks sharp right there. It's actually a matte gray or a matte black. They got this thing zip tied in there. I've never seen one zip tied in here. Now we're talking. Look at that thing right there, y'all. That is awesome. I didn't actually know that it was matte black or flat black like that. In a two-tone, it's a flat black with like a gunmetal metallic gray right there. And it's got gloss black too, so it's three-tone actually. You got that really sweet looking metallic gunmetal gray on the front there on the hood. There you can take a look. This thing is sharp, y'all. This thing looks so good. This thing looks so good. Then you got the gloss black there going up the fenders and around the B-pillars and the windows and all right there. And then on the top and the back, it's a matte black. That right there is sharp, y'all. I mean, that is super sharp right there. I'm so glad I got this one for sure. As you can see, this one's got the two little drivers there. It's got the molded in top torso section, and then the helmet. You've actually got a driver and the spotter there. So really cool little scale look there, and got the roll cage inside. So very sharp looking body right there. Now, if you're gonna buy one new, to get this body right here, you have to get the one without the battery and charger, which I did on purpose just because luckily I already had a battery and charger because I wanted this color theme right here. They've got this, and then they've got, I think, a red and black, and then they've got a really wild, like a teal and pink or purple or something like that. I'm not real big into the pink and purple stuff they've come out with lately, but these black color themes, especially this one right here, this thing is incredibly sharp. So really quick before I pull the body off, what you get, obviously you get your car here, you get your standard instruction manual, the standard little Arrma tool there to take off your wheel nuts, and your hex wrench there, 4 AA batteries they give you, and your little collectible card there. And of course you get your SLT2 transmitter, this one being the one with the orange button for the DSC, that dynamic stability control. Now this one is $30 less than the one that comes with this little battery and charger. These are $189, I believe they are. The ones with this charger and the battery are $219. So if you get the $219 one, if you don't already have a battery and charger, you get a 2S 1400 LiPo and then a little USB-C charger here. But let's pull this nice body off and take a look up under the hood. I believe these two little buttons here are the clipless body system on this one. Yeah, awesome. That is incredibly easy. So as you can see, you got buttons on each side, and then it just removes those little pieces of wire out of the way to release it from both of your lugs. You got 2 lugs on each side, you can see them there, and those wires just clip down below that notch on the lug. Here's another look at the underside of the body. This thing is beefy, big time, buddy. I'm just wondering how easy this thicker type of plastic, it's kind of thin in some places. Well, I said thick and thin, but it's thick, but it's kind of brittle. I guess y'all know what I'm saying. It's a lot beefier, but you got a lot of thin places. Very cool looking. I would definitely hate to mess this body up. This is more of a, I believe they consider this a mini desert racer or short course, something like that. So not really made for huge air and stuff like that, but I figured it would be pretty cool on my track. I debated getting one of these because, you know, I've already got the Typhon and the Granite, and you know, with the little track out there, I know this isn't a real heavy basher, but it should do good on my track. Just had to squeeze the tires there. I don't think they got any foams, but these feel like a harder compound, but that could just be because they're smaller. We'll see what happens when I do the speed run. The sidewalls feel nice and firm on them, so maybe they won't balloon and get out of control like crazy. Now, as far as the electronics, I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time because it's just like the Typhon Grom. It's got the 2-in-1 ESC and receiver with that dynamic stability control. And if y'all hadn't seen the Typhon Grom video, you can actually adjust this on the fly. You can go from off to 3 levels of stability control. And I've already tested as far as top speed, doesn't affect your top speed at all. Doesn't have anything to do with the throttle. It's just a gyro for the steering, and it makes a big big difference on loose surfaces. And then of course your brushless motor and your little cooling fan there. Now again, it comes with 2S, but it is 3S capable, and I do have 3S here. I'm gonna be running it on the 1300 3S smart batteries here. Now real quick, for those of y'all who haven't seen the upgraded version of these Groms, before I show you a kind of comparison between the size of them, I'll go over the upgrades real quick. You've already got the nice threaded aluminum shocks included on the upgrade here. You've got the nice aluminum turnbuckles included there on the front. Metal Gear diffs front and back. I believe it's a Metal Gear servo also, and they went ahead and gave you the upgraded diffs on these. You probably won't be able to see in there, but if you're familiar with the Groms at all, you'll know it's got the upgraded metal diffs with the upgraded outdrives, metal axles and CVDs, and it's got the aluminum wheel hexes already included. So once again, in my opinion, like all of the Groms, this thing is a heck of a deal for what you're getting included, especially these upgraded models. Now, speaking of the other Groms, I wanted to show you a size comparison here. With this body, that Mojave is much beefier than all the rest of them. I think they're all 3 in your frame there. You can see you got the Mojave, the Typhon, and the Granite there. And if I show you a size comparison, I mean, this Mojave's beefy as can be. As far as the wheelbase, I think the wheelbase is near identical to the Typhon. The Granite is smaller than all of them, as you can see there. Now, that being said, I've got something very cool for this Granite that I'm probably going to do on my next video. They haven't released a 223 DSC version of the Granite, but I might just make my own, so y'all stay tuned for that for sure. And here's your quick look at them without the bodies. That gives you a more kind of realistic look at what the size difference is. There's not much size difference between the Mojave and the Typhon once you take the bodies off. Now the Mojave is a little bit wider, the chassis is wider, so that's really the only difference between the Mojave and the Typhon. As far as ground clearance, I believe the Mojave actually might be a little bit lower than the Typhon even. I think they're about the same. And then once again, of course, they're all longer wheelbase than the Granite here, but as far as width, the Granite is about the same as the Typhon there. I wanted to show y'all how easy it is to put this body on too. All of these clipless bodies are easy, but I mean, you can't get any easier than that. And that's got some actually good suspension on it. I can drop it from pretty high before it slaps much. All right, I got us out here at the Top Speed parking lot. Everything's on 3S. I got the dynamic stability control all the way on. So I don't know if y'all can see this app on the phone here with this glare, but there you go. We're gonna start it. It's on 0 right now. So let's see what we can get. All right, I got our steering straight. Let's see if I can manage to keep y'all inside the cockpit on the camera. Whew, that thing's rolling, buddy. I'm gonna try my best not to mess up this nice body out here on this asphalt. Whew, that thing was rolling, buddy. All right, so we got 43 right there. Let me try another run. I think y'all's passenger view is holding in for now. Oh, that thing lifted off, buddy. Shit was going up in the air. Y'all probably got knocked out of whack on that one. Let me get over here and recoup. All right, let's try that again. I think this wind is really wreaking havoc out here. See, it's lifting my front end. I really don't want to mess this body up, y'all. Not on this asphalt anyway. Let's see. All right, that was pretty much full speed right there. I'm gonna try another couple little runs here just to make sure. I think going this way is where it starts to lift the front end. So let me try coming back. We'll get a good hard run coming back. Here we go. That's all of it right there, buddy. I mean, that's all of it right there. So I got 44 that time. I don't know if y'all can see. It's super cold. I mean, it's freezing out here. I'm gonna try one more run and I'm gonna call it right there for this speed test for today. Surprisingly, I think y'all's in-car view has been holding in okay. I think it's getting a little sideways now. It may not last for this last run right here. I'm gonna try to get a good, long, strong, hard run on this one. All right, here we go. And there went that nice, pretty body. It definitely scarred it up. It about pulled my doggone Mojave sticker off the hood there. What else? Got some little scuffs on the back here, but nothing too terrible. At least it kept my camera safe and sound inside the cockpit. All right, let's do us a couple laps out here on the dirt. I'm gonna tell y'all what, it is freezing out here, and I've got gloves on. Oh, but it is so hard to drive with gloves. I've got the stability control on the middle level here, so I think the middle level might be the sweet spot. Even though this track is incredibly loose out here, I could probably wet it down, but again, it's freezing. I might have to take these gloves off, y'all, because I can't get any kind of feel with these gloves on. All right, gloves off this time. Let's see what I can do. Definitely liking this stability control. I'll tell you one thing I've noticed on this Mojave that kind of seems different from the others is the servo. This steering servo seems incredibly slow, but maybe they're all like that and I'm just noticing it more. Well, let's see how this thing handles the track. That's going to be the biggest difference between the 3 Groms, I think. I hear something rattling around. I don't know what that is. I can't find anything loose or anything. Might just be my battery cable. But this thing is rolling for sure. I might need to turn it on up to the 4th level. I don't know about the flying attitude in flight with this thing. All right, I made a couple quick changes. I gave myself a little bit of preload on the front. Maybe I can get some bounce and get that front end up in the air off its jump. And I moved the stability up to the highest level. Oh yeah, I think that preload helped. I got the stability on the highest level now, all the way up at level 3. Ooh, I got some traction roll right there. I was on the gas pretty hard. Oh yeah, I think that preload definitely helped. It's give me a little bounce in the front and getting my front end up in the air. Ooh, I'm trying not to get on the brakes. Oh yeah, that definitely helped the attitude in the air. It just needed a little preload. But let's see how, yeah, I still can't get on it. I tried to get on it fast. It's really loose out here. I know y'all keep hearing me say that, but it definitely is. I've really got to get some good dirt out here. I just noticed all this rain. It's washing that loose, loamy stuff off the top and getting down to some roots. So, all right, now we're good. I think that preload helped things big time. Let's get a little gas here. Oh yeah, this stability control is where it's at, y'all. With a loose track, let's see if I can get a real good fast run down that back. Whoa, look at that thing. Oh yeah, it's on the knife edge now. Let's get a nice fast run. Whoa, I mean, you can barely give it. I was probably a 60% throttle on the back. Let me see if I can really stab it here. Nah, I couldn't get straightened up in time. I tell you what though, this stability control being on the highest level, this is where it's at for this loose track right here, buddy. Shoo, see, I'm really scared when I get on the inside of my track out there that I'm gonna hit that pipe. I can't see these little cars disappear. Ooh, I thought I was gonna traction roll right there. I'm gonna tell y'all what, it is freezing out here, buddy. So I'm just gonna make a few laps. So far, I'm gonna have to get them all 3 out here, all 3 of the Groms, and do some runs, because I'm gonna tell you right now, a little giveaway spoiler, I guess. Y'all getting ready to see a 223S Granite Grom here, probably this coming week, as quick as I can get it done. And that should be real nice. Once I do that, I'm gonna get them all 3 out here and do some track runs with them and see which one handles this track best. I need to get this thing worked in. I hadn't done any driving out here in a few days. It's been so doggone cold. This thing is really rolling. Whew, I mean, look at that, y'all. I can get on that back right there. Let me do it again down the back. Get us a nice run. It's pretty nice seeing that dust come up. All right, let's get it down here. Whoa, see, I'm gonna have to get on the brakes if I get in there that hard. I mean, I was in there hard. Hard. Had the body pop off right there. I hit the bumper on the corner. That's the first time I've had this body come off at all. So it's probably a pretty good system. I mean, another traction roll. It's got some traction once you get underneath that loose stuff. That's why I say I need to get some good dirt. I'm getting this loose stuff blown off the top now, but now I'm gonna need some more dirt to kind of fill in those roots. Yeah, see, that was a good line. Let me make a couple of really nice clean laps. Oh yeah, see, I'm trying to go too fast. That traction roll down there. Oh, that was a rough one right there. Still seems like I'm hearing some kind of rattling. It might be all the gravels and stuff getting slung up in there. I noticed all of these Arrmas, the Groms and my full-size Granite, they really pick up debris in these chassis big time. Maybe I'll look into getting one of those little nets or something to put over the chassis. See if that helps. This thing's rolling when you modulate the throttle, it's rolling through them turns. All right, y'all, it's nice and sunny out here, but the temps are in the 30s and this wind is kicking. So I'm gonna call it right there for this first run with the Mohave Grom 223S. Definitely another fun little truck. It held up well. Now, I didn't do any kind of hard bashing, but I flipped it over several times on the asphalt and out here. Nothing broken at all. And believe it or not, I don't even think the doggone shocks are leaking. They're absolutely filthy, but they're dry as a bone. So that's definitely a good thing when you get done with the day of fun and not have leaky shocks. So I'm really glad I picked this one up. As far as saying which one of these Groms is my favorite, that's tough to say right now because I've only run all of them just a little bit. I'm definitely going to get out here maybe in a week or so and get all three of them, do some more heavier bashing, run them out here on the track when I get it in better shape, and then I'll kind of make a decision as far as my opinion on which one of these little Groms are the best. Like I mentioned, I've got some really cool stuff coming to transform my granite Grom, so definitely stay tuned for that. If you enjoyed the video, take a second if you would and hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, and make sure you've got those notifications turned on so you get notified when I upload stuff. Like I mentioned, I've got some really good stuff on the way, so make sure you stay tuned for that, and I'll see y'all soon.